Online students, can you hear me? Ashwit, can you hear me? Can you unmute and speak once? Yesterday, this volume was low. That's the reason online students, I couldn't hear anything. I didn't know. I was seeing only the laptop. I think it was low. You came for offline only, no? Yesterday. అది ల్యాబ్ వాళ్ళది తెలీదు ఒకసారి మెంటర్ వచ్చినప్పుడు అడగండి అక్కడ స్టిక్ చేసి ఉంచుంటారు ఒకసారి చూడండి
Ma'am, in this course will cover Python, MySQL, and
You are for Python, huh? You told Java, no, yesterday?
Python full stack course.
You have joined for Python full stack. Okay, you will be learning in front end, HTML and CSS, these all things and all, and database, you will be learning SQL. And backend Python, you will be learning.
Yeah.
Python with Django. If it is Java, the framework is React JS or Angular. If it is like Python, Django. You will be learning.
From first we start from Python.
First HTML.
First
HTML. So this is like a batch we are starting with UI because anyone UI it will be there for full stack Java and full stack Python also. So first this why we'll time every time we start alternatively once with UI once with backend. So this month we started with UI. So next month or 1.5 month, as I told in your schedule, we will be starting Python or SQL. So when Python batch is started with the other trainer, so they will club you. Okay. So now with you, previously we started with backend. Those students will be clubbed now. Like that, we will be combining. So that your duration also will be completed in 6 to 7 months.
So when will you start the like a core Java?
So, okay, hi Surya, can you hear
Hi.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so Core Java will be started after this module, not exactly like completing fully. In
Uh-huh.
between, after this, after 1 month or 1.5 month, we will be starting Java batch so that we will club you in that batch.
Okay, okay.
Okay, as of now, we started with UI. So it will be going on. After 1.5 month, we'll start one more module, maybe SQL or whatever it is. Parallelly, you will be learning that.
So
So
exactly
after
like
that,
a one month frame, right? You'll start core Java, right? 1 month, 1.5 month. What's the time?
1.5 month, it will take time because parallelly learning UI and Java will be little difficult, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that is the reason. So means those who don't know anything, it will be difficult for them to see the coding as well as this. So what we will do is after 1 month, first we will start with SQL.
Okay.
Parallelly, you will be learning this HTML and CSS will be going on, and you will be learning SQL and PLSQL. So you will be learning both. So SQL and PLSQL will be completed in 1 month. So overall, after 2 months or 2.5 months, you will be starting with again core Java when you come to the end of this front end.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
Okay.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Okay, online students will start the session in other few 5 minutes. Let everyone join. So I will be starting in few minutes.
Your classes will be started.
Ah, yes, today only I will be teaching about what is web application and basics of web server, what is how we are, what are the modules. We'll see basic things. So today and then we will from Monday we'll go in depth about each and every topic. Online students, can everyone hear me? I just shared the screen. Can you see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, we can see. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay. Yeah. So I just wanted to inform you one thing about yesterday. Yesterday there was some issue with the volume. So since I was connected to the monitor, there was the volume was very less. So I couldn't hear any of your voice that whatever questions you are asking. I'm really sorry about that. So it won't happen again. I'll check that. Okay. I'll check that and continue the session. Okay. Okay. Thank you. So we'll start in few minutes. Before that, if you have still any questions about yesterday's session, you can just ask me if because there was little disturbance, right? So if you miss any point or those who joined today for the first time, if you have any questions, you can please ask me.
So hi, I'm here to learn Java basically. So how long will it take? I'm from basics to like interview level, like
Oh,
to
okay,
learn.
Manik,
Yes.
your voice is little disturbance. Can you just tell again once again?
No, I'm here to learn Java basically. So how many days will it take to learn the proper way, or like from initial stage of the Java core Java?
Means when we are going to start core Java, you're asking, right?
Maybe. Yep.
So see, first this batch we started with the front end HTML and all. After
Uh-huh.
one and a half 2 months, we will be starting with core Java. So next batch will be started in next month. So we can club in mostly 1.5 or before 2 months.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so quickly I will just revise about the topics that we have discussed in the last session. So, in the last session, we have seen about what you are going to learn in the full stack of UI. So, now what are the modules that you are going to learn in the full stack? We have discussed yesterday. So in the front end, we are going to learn about HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React or Angular JS framework, which is an open source library for your front end web page. As I said, these all will be useful for you for creating a front page of your web application, any kind of web application. And we also discussed about the projects that you are going to do upon each and every module. So you will be doing projects on each module, and overall you will be doing 5 to 6 projects. Okay, so as soon as every topic, since it is front end, we can develop a small applications on each and every module. So we will be doing small simple applications on HTML, CSS and JavaScript, and overall on UI you will be doing one more application. Okay, and coming to the backend part, here we have two modules. One is for the Java and the other is for Python. So those who are enrolling for the Java, they will be learning core, advanced, and the framework in the Java, like core, all the core concepts, soups concepts, and features of Java, and many things. And also in advanced Java, you will be learning about JDBC, servlets, and JSP technologies with expression language. And then in the framework, you will be learning about Spring, Spring Boot, and Hibernate Technologies. And here we will be doing project on core Java, advanced Java, and combining all. Also we will be doing one project, simple project. And after learning, when you once you learn UI, and when you are learning in the back end, we will combine the React JS and the back end technology and do one complete application. Okay, so one full-time real application where you can all put in your resume as you have done that internship. So we also discussed about the internship. So last 3 months you will be doing last this any project on complete your course, so that project you can put in your resume as you have done for the internship for 6 months, and you will be getting the internship certificate also from our parent company Yokta Technologies. Okay, and coming to the back end, those who have chosen Python, they also will learn core and advanced Python, and they will be learning instead framework, that is Django. Okay, instead of Spring Boot and all about Java, in the place of Java you will be learning all these things in the Python. Okay, and database connection also, we also discussed what is database and how it is used. So once again I'll tell about what is database. So whenever we want to store a huge amount of data, it is not possible for us to maintain in books, right? A company or any application, you see Facebook, there are lakhs of users using the Facebook throughout the world. So it is impossible to maintain for us in manually in the book. So that is the reason every application, every person who is developing their own application will have their database to store their information. Who is logging in, who is registering, what are they posting, everything will be stored in the database. So in the database, you will be learning basics of database. What is database and what is DBMS, what is RDBMS, difference between them, and normalization also. Apart from that, which is required for you is SQL and PLSQL. Okay, so these technologies also you will be learning in your complete full stack. Understood? So these are the modules that we are going to complete in 6 to 7 months along with the project. Okay, so these things we have discussed in the last session. Okay, if you have any doubts regarding the course, you can let me know. And we will be developing the real time application and internship, and we also spoke about the stipend. So everything is common, only for the stipend the fees was little different. And also you have to compulsory have the 80% attendance and score for your placement. These all will matter. Okay, so if you're not attending regularly and all, it is difficult to understand the concepts and put it in again. And you have to regularly attend the mock interviews and the mock test also weekly that are conducted. Okay, and for that we will also provide you the text document and whatever the coding we are doing every day, and the document of the complete module we will be sending. And every day those who are attending online and offline, everyone will get the recordings. If you miss any time any session because of internet issue or any condition, you will be always having this recording. And all the recordings those who are enrolling for the full stack will get the for 1 year accessibility. Okay, you can access them for 1 year, all the recordings. And one more very important thing we are providing here is aptitude and what communication classes. So many of them are lagging here, they're very good at technical and skills, but they are not able to do in aptitude, and they are very much confused when they are doing in the communication skills also. So that is the reason we are providing this training also, maybe alternative days or on Saturdays, it depends upon people. So multiple batches will be going on. You can choose your timing, flexible timing, and you can join for this aptitude and communication. This is like free, you can learn for whatever you pay for the full stack above modules. Along with that, this aptitude and communication classes are free for you, you can learn. Okay, clear everyone? So these are the important points we discussed in the last session. I hope it is clear for everyone. Those who joined newly today need not worry, because they will be sending you the link, YouTube link also. So you can go through the recording of yesterday's session and you can easily understand. And always you can ask me questions if you still did not get any point in today's session end, or in the tomorrow's session also. Okay. So any more questions? So I already informed for few people. Few people joined just now. Yesterday there was little pro disturbance because of the volume issue at my place. Like I couldn't hear any of your voice. Okay, so from today it won't happen. I'll make sure it won't repeat again. Okay. Okay. So let us continue today's session. Okay, today we are going to learn about what is web application and about the UI modules we are going to start. Okay, so what is web application and what is website? So there are like similar terms, right? So what is a web application? Any application which works, or where you can work on internet with the help of the server, is called web application. Yesterday we have seen some Amazon or Flipkart or some application, right? So those are the web application which will run on what? Server. So see, Notepad is also one application. Notepad plus plus is also one application only. But can we do we require internet to run the Notepad, to use Notepad? It's not required, right? So it is like not real web application. It is just one application which is already installed in your PC. But coming to the Amazon, Flipkart, or Facebook, these are the web applications which are not actually installed on your PC. They were somewhere installed on their server. You're just running that application in your PC. Okay, so such applications are called what? Web applications. So for them you require internet. With the server you will be running. Without internet you cannot use any real time applications. So these are called the web applications. Now what is website? So you are opening this web application with some URL, right? Every web application will be having some link. This is like the URL, Uniform Resource Locator, where every company will be having its unique URL. So that is your website. So the website will be containing different web pages, and together it will form one web application. Understood? So that is the web application and website. So from this full stack, whatever you are learning, either through Python or through Java, you can develop such real-time applications. Okay, clear everyone? So now let us start with our front-end modules. So coming to the front end modules, as I said, you will be having HTML and then CSS and then JavaScript. So these are the three main modules. So learning these three modules also, you can develop one simple application without framework. As soon as you learned this HTML, CSS and JavaScript, you can develop one simple web application. There is nothing problem. But additional to this, you will be learning the framework like AngularJS and also the React.js, any one of it. So, which will be some added framework to you to develop some single page applications and more. Whenever you are learning the framework, it will help you to make the code less and make the page very responsive in all the applications, in all the devices. So, those things you will be learning. So, let us see one by one what you are going to learn in this HTML, CSS, and then what? JavaScript. So, the first module topic was HTML. What is that? HTML. So HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. So hypertext markup language. So why we use and what is the use of this HTML? So now the main reason of doing HTML is to structure the content of your web page. To structure the content of web page, any page that you are seeing. It's not basically for applying some styles or colors or anything. Mainly the HTML you will be learning just to structure your content. See, I am typing so many things here, but it is not properly formatted, not aligned left, right, and center of the page, or equal spaces and everything, right? So now when you learn HTML, basically the duty or the motto of designing or learning HTML is to put this, the document or whatever you are typing in the web page should have a proper structure to view. That is a main motto. Understood? So you will be learning in HTML about that. And coming to the CSS, we'll discuss in about HTML more. In CSS, what we will do, we will be learning how to apply the styles to your web page, to your web page. So through the CSS stands for what? Cascading Style Sheets. So through the CSS, you will be applying the styles. Clear, everyone? So here you see different styles, colors, and you have a circle symbol, images added to your site. And so there are so many styles. Whenever you click or you put the cursor here, you can see the hand symbol and some square box coming. All these styles you can apply through what? CSS. Okay. And CSS also, you will be having different types that you are going to learn. One is internal CSS. I'm just telling the topics that you are going to learn. And then external CSS, and then inline CSS. These are the things you are going to learn in the CSS: internal, external, and inline. In these three types, you will be learning lot of styles. Whatever you learned in the HTML, how to structure and all, for those all you will apply the styles through CSS. And then next module is like JavaScript. So what is that you are going to do with this JavaScript? So Javascript and Java are not same. Java is a purely object oriented programming language. JavaScript is a scripting language which helps us to provide mainly the validation to your web page. What do you mean by validation? Suppose now when I click on the login button, sign in. Without sign in, will it allow me to enter? No, it is giving you enter email or mobile number. So this is a simple validation. So like this. And suppose you are entering some mail ID and clicking OK. And here, okay, there is no mail ID with this. 1 second. Suppose I'm giving one proper mail ID. See if I'm giving this mail ID correct, and then I'm going to click on continue. So it is asking me password. So when you're typing password, the password is having some rules, right? It should have 6 character. When you're registering a new application, it will be having some rules. It should have 6 characters, it should have a numeric values, it should have a special character. These all validations will happen, right? So those all validations will be done in the JavaScript. So in the JavaScript, mainly it is a scripting language we have, which helps us for validating web pages. For validating what? Web page. Whatever you are creating the web application, that you will be validating through the JavaScript. So these are the things that you are going to do with HTML, CSS, and then what? JavaScript. Okay. So everyone, are you able to follow? అందరికి అర్థమవుతుందండి?
Yes.
Sorry, can you follow?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Yeah, thank you. So now we will see, like in HTML, what are the things we have. So we saw in HTML, we are going to create or structure the content of the web page. How we are going to structure the content of the web page? There are different types of tags. So many people will think, what is a tag? First of all the coding that you are writing in HTML will be represented in terms of what? Tag. So tag means you will be having open, less than and greater than symbol, right? So this, in between this, whatever you are writing, this is called what? Tag. So HTML coding will be written, every code, everything will be written inside this opening and closing of this angle bracket, greater than and less than symbol, right? So first, one more question. Ma'am, do we need to install any software for executing this code? That is the question we get, right? So generally, we don't require anything. If you want, you can use any additional IDEs, but to work with HTML, CSS, or JavaScript, anything, we don't require additionally something else to install in our PC. So what is enough here? You can use what? Notepad. What we can use? Notepad. And also we require a browser to run our application. We all saw now, where I opened the application, Amazon or anything, in the Google Chrome. Like that, you require any browser like Google Chrome or Internet Explorer or any Mozilla Firefox, whatever browser is there in your PC installed, you can use that browser to run your application, any kind of application that you develop through HTML. Okay, so what are the basic thing we require? We require Notepad and we require what? Browser. That is enough. So we write our HTML code in the Notepad and we run it through our browser. That is as simple as that. But nowadays, in real time world, in every company is using some more thing, one some more like any IDEs to run your applications. So after few sessions, you will be doing your applications with the Visual Code. What is that? Visual Code. Because most of the companies will be using this Visual Code. Okay, Visual Studio Code. So I will tell the process of installation and how to download, install, and then use this Visual Studio for your code. Okay, so for running your applications, so without this also you can do it, but additionally this will help us for running better, because most of the companies will use. So tomorrow once you join the company, it will be easy for you to work with that. Okay, so these are the things you require to run your basic HTML page. So I said you require Notepad, right? So I will be showing the process now. Just click on the Notepad. You will be getting some Notepad like this. So you can click on like File, New tab. So I'm creating one new Notepad. Okay, just the simple Notepad is enough. Clear everyone? So how the HTML is code is written, I said, right? You have to use this brackets, which is called like a tag. For whatever you are writing for the HTML, you should use this opening and closing tag. Okay, and one more important point is, every tag in HTML, almost few tags are there, but almost all tags in HTML are having open and close tags. Open and what? Close tags. Almost all. But there are few tags which do not have closing tag. So, ma'am, what is opening and what is closing? That is the question, right? So, now HTML. This is the opening tag. So, in HTML or CSS or JavaScript, first we start with this tag HTML. So, this is called open tag. What is this called as? Open tag. And next, what we are going to write? Open the angle bracket, put a slash here, and write again HTML. This is what? Closing tag. What is this? Closing tag. This is the open tag, and this is what? Closing tag. Clear? So almost all tags will be having. In coming classes, we will also see there are few tags which do not have like this closing. Only single tag is used for both open as well as close. So that also in coming sessions you will be seeing one by one. Okay, so now here you will be writing the HTML as opening and then what, closing. Okay, and then next, what is the next tag we require here? There are so many tags. Okay, so I will be telling one by one. So now you have something called head tag. What is that? Head tag. So head means what? Which is used to display the heading of your page. Heading of the page. So whenever you develop some application, there will be some heading, right? So to display that heading, we use what? Head tag. So this head tag is also having open and close. And then next, when you see this application, there is something which is displayed like Amazon, sign in and all, right? This Amazon is your heading. Okay, and the content that is displayed is your body of the page. What is that? Body of the page. So to display the content in the body, we have one tag called, what is that? Body tag. What is that? Body tag. Body tag is also having opening and closing. So this is the basic structure of your HTML page. So to tell that your application is a HTML, you have to start with HTML, head, and then what? Body. So we will see not all tags are compulsory, but just basic structure we have to write. So whatever the content you want to display in the body of the page on of your web page, you have to write inside what? Body. Inside what? Body. Clear everyone? Online students, is it clear everyone? Is it very fast or did you understand?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm good. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So now I will open the notepad. I said, right, we require notepad. So I'm writing the same HTML. This is your open tag. And I'm using the head tag to just write like a hypertext markup language. I will be writing this inside the head tag. Hypertext markup language. So like this I'll write, and I will close the head tag. Okay, and then we will be writing inside this body tag. And then here inside the body tag, I'm writing welcome to HTML class. Just, and I'm going to close the body tag and then close the HTML tag. So like this we are writing. So this is your head and head section of the body, head section of your page, and then this is the body tag. Okay, we have to close it like this. Now, how to run this page? We have seen the basic example of your HTML, like opening and closing and everything. Now, how to save this? After writing the code in the notepad, go to the file and click on what? Save as. When you're saving for the first time, you have to click on what? Save as. So after clicking on save as, you have to select the path or the location where you want to save your program, because again you have to run it, right? So you have to select maybe in D drive. Okay, there is a folder called Likita. Inside this I'm just saving directly. Later we can create one more folder otherwise, or I will create one new folder. Okay, so like HTML. Okay, HTML6 I'm creating, and open that. So wherever you want, select that path. And what is the name you have to give for this file? That is important, right? You can give any name. You give some basic, because this is a basic example. You want to type like basic dot. This is important. Since this is a HTML page, you have to save with a dot HTML. Okay, and then click on save. That's it. You created your HTML page. Now, how to run this? Go to that location where you saved. Where we have saved? In my computer. So there is something D drive, I guess. So let us go to the my computer PC, and then D drive. Inside the D drive, under Likita folder, I have created one folder like HTML6, right? See, this is the folder. Can everyone see? So this is the folder. Okay, open this folder. See, automatically it is showing with the default browser of my computer. Suppose in your computer the default browser is like Internet or Mozilla Firefox, it will automatically save with that browser. So that is the advantage of HTML. Whenever you write the code in the notepad, save with .html, it will automatically choose the browser that your PC is having. That means your computer is having. So now I have Chrome as my default browser. So it has been created with that. How to run this? Just double click this. When you double click this, okay, you will be getting the output on the screen. Heading, and then what? Welcome to the HTML class. So that is what displayed from our example. Is it clear, everyone? How we did? Is it clear, everyone? So this is how we wrote the basic page. So now if you close this, okay, I'm just closing this. I close the notepad also. Now how to, again, when you click this or double click, it is opening with the web page. You want to still add some code to it or modify something, but it is showing the browser. No, how to open that? You have to right click on this and say open with what? Notepad. Open with what? Notepad. So once you say open with notepad, it again opens with notepad, and here you can modify the code. If you want, you can add some code here and you can modify it. Understood, everyone? This is a basic page. What we have done, we have opened the notepad and we wrote the code, saved the code with, or the notepad file with any name, meaningful name, so that we can understand what example is it about. And then save with .html. Just double click the file, it will open. And when you want to modify the code or add anything to your code, you have to right click on the file and say open with notepad. Open with what? Notepad. Then it will open this. Clear, everyone? Okay. Is it clear so far, everyone? Okay. So anyone have any questions? Did you understand what is HTML and why we are doing? Now, if you see, we are structuring the content of our HTML. So wherever we want, how we want, we still did not do it. We just learned how to write a basic HTML page. Okay. Okay, everyone. Anyone, if you have any question, no problem, you can ask me. If you did not understand, I can explain again. Okay, so this is the basic page we have in the HTML. Okay, so just I will show you some more structure of this.
Likita, I have a question.
Sorry.
So, yeah, I have a
Yes.
question. Basically, HTML doesn't support the CSS feature.
Sorry, Surya, your voice is not clear. Can you
No,
again repeat
does
it once
HTML,
slowly?
HTML does HTML support the same feature like CSS, the style sheet, like cascade style sheeting?
Okay, I couldn't hear your voice. Can you type because it was very clumsy, so disturbing
Okay.
your voice. I couldn't understand what you asked. Okay, 1 second. Yes, Surya, HTML will support the CSS. We will include CSS inside the HTML only. But just what we are doing is here, we are learning that first the basic HTML tags, because together we will combine and learn little later, because first only if we combine CSS and HTML, it will be little clumsy to understand. So first we will see what is the use of HTML. We will see some basic tags, like what is HTML tags and how many are there. And then slowly what we will do, we will learn CSS is not something separate. Only CSS is nothing. It is just having the style tags. All that CSS we will embed with HTML. Either, I said three ways, right? Internal, inline and external. I will tell in detail those things. So we will combine the CSS in any one of the three ways, either within, or you will write separately the CSS file and provide the link, or you will write internally. Okay, so those are the three ways. So HTML is having, will combine CSS with HTML. HTML has some basic structure and basic styles, but not completely. Okay, is it clear, Surya? Okay, yeah, okay, thank you. Yes. So this is a document regarding your HTML introduction. I will also, you will be having the syllabus and everything, like what is the history, when it was developed, what are the versions we have, and whatever the things I have shared with you, I will explain today. I will be providing the document also like this, so that after the session, if you miss some point or if you did not understand, you can see, go through it. What is HTML and what is tags? Markup language means it is like markup tags. So what are tags? Like open and close, everything whatever I explain now, it is displaying here, or we have the document here, so you can go through that. So this is a syntax of the HTML. Every tag will have the start tag, and then opening tag, and then closing tag also will be there, as I discussed. Okay, so now I will show you this output. Once you see, we wrote the heading tag and we wrote in body. All everything is coming in same line, right? Everything is coming in same line. So now there are two types of elements in HTML. So when you're talking about the HTML elements or HTML tags, there are basically two types. Okay, so basically there are what, two types. So what are the two types that tags we have is, one is like we will be having like inline, and the next one is like a block level tags. What does this block level tags or inline tags? So inline tags will not come to the new line. So whatever tag you are writing and you are displaying here, it won't come to the new line after displaying the text. But there are few tags which are called block level statements or block level tags. They automatically start with new line. So we will see what are inline and what are block level one by one. So inline means they will not start with the new line, they will come in the same line. So to get into the new line we have to use some other tag. But block level tags, basically the nature of it is what, every time when you use the tag, it will automatically start with what, new line. So now I will show you the difference in the example. Now here whatever I wrote in the text, that here it is coming in the same line. Now I will be writing the same thing in a tag called h1. I will tell what is this h1, but just observe the output. This is the opening and this is the closing. h1 I wrote. Okay, now let us save this. And once you have saved with one dot html, every time you need not use save as. It is once saved. After applying some modification, you can just type Control plus S for resaving it, or you can click on what? Save. It will be saved. Now, if the application is already opened in the browser, you can just refresh it or go to the location where you have saved and again run the file. In Likita, I have created HTML6 and then basic. Again double click that. So now if you observe, it is coming into what, new line, yes or no? And it is a little thick and also font is little big. So now you, our h1 tag is a block level tag. What is this h1? It is a block level tag because starting with what, new line. It is starting with what, new line. Clear everyone? So now, understood all? What is the difference between inline and block level? We will see inline tags also. So whenever you are writing the block level tags, they automatically start with what, new line. They automatically start with what, new line. Clear? Now, in this block level tags or block level elements that we have, I will show you few tags. So we have seen the basic HTML, heading, and then what? Body tag. Now, so next we are going to see title tag. What is that? Title tag, Title, title tag. So what is this title tag is going to do? So you want to display the title of the page. What do you mean by title? If you see this web page, here you are getting basic.html, right? This is the title of the page. But you want the title as a different one. So now whatever you write in the title tag, it will be displayed as the title of your page. Okay. So HTML head, I'm going to write, see the title tag, title, 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 and I'm writing like heading. Okay, this is like the title. I'm closing the title tag. Save this and then go back to the browser once again and refresh. So ikkademo, what did you get here? Heading, yes or no? We got heading. So whatever you write in between title tag, it is applied that style. Remember one thing in html, every tag has its own style or its own property to be applied. So now to apply that particular style or particular property, you have to write the text in between that opening and closing tag. So now anything you want as a head in the heading of your page, you have to write between which tag, head open and head close. So once you close the head tag and if you write some content, hi, hello or something, this will not include the heading style. Got it? So whatever the text you want to apply any particular property or a style, you have to write that between the open and closing. So now whenever you want any text as the title of your page, you have to write that between the open and closing tag. If you are not writing that, it will not be applied as a title of the page. Clear everyone? So whatever you want the style to be applied, it has to be written between the open and closing. Between the open and closing. Clear? And then next in the body tag, next we have after the title tag, so the title tag will be coming as title of page. Next we have heading tags, which are the block level tags. What are these heading tags? We already have seen head tag, but sometimes we need to display the heading like this in thick bold color. So we have some predefined heading tags that are H1 and H2 and H3 and then H4, H5 and H6. These are like predefined heading tags we have in our HTML. Understood? We have in our HTML, these are the predefined. How they are working? In H1 is the highest size that you are getting and which will display in a thick bold format. Highest size is what? H1. And when you're writing in H2, it will be little less. Again, it will be keep on decreasing. H2 means little less. H3 again less. H4, it will be in what? Descending format. H1 is the highest size of heading and H6 is what? Lowest size of the heading. Got it everyone? Understood? So H1 is the highest and H2 is the lowest. So now it keeps on decreasing. Whatever text you are writing between H1 or H2 or H3, it will apply the same style. Now I will be writing all those tags here. See, I will be writing H1 and H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. I will just change it. See, to show you difference, I wrote the same text, but here I wrote welcome to HTML class between H2. Again, I am writing welcome to HTML class between H3. And again, I am going to write the welcome to HTML class between H4. And again, I am going to write this between what? H5. And then what? H6. So now whenever you are writing in between this open and close, that style is applied for this tag. Now let us resave it because I wrote in the same file. Let us go back to the browser because it is already open. If it is not open, go to that location, double click on it. But if it is opened already, then you can refresh it. You can what? Refresh it. So once you refresh it, can you see size is decreasing? Yes or no? This is H1, H2, H3, H4, H5 and H6. Clear all? So these are, now if you observe also, everything is coming in new line. Is it coming in the same line? No, everything is coming in new line. Why? Because this is a block level tag. Okay, this is what? Block level tag. As I already said, the block level tags are displayed in automatically new lines. So coming to H1 to H6, they keep on decreasing the size and bold also. It will be displayed in thick format. So they will be displaying like that. Is it clear, everyone? What is HTML, how to write the basic HTML page, and how to include the heading tags. Is it clear all? Okay. See, I am telling every basic point because there may be few people who do not know anything, right? So that is the reason initially we will be very slowly teaching all the basic points because some people are very much new, they don't know how to write, we will not know how to write the tag or how to open the tag, what is tag, we don't know, so that I am teaching in everything. Clear all? So once again I will show the procedure how to write the HTML file. I'm just closing this. You have to go to the search, and then you have to open the notepad, and inside the notepad you have to go to the file and say new tab, new one. So you will be getting this. So to create one basic HTML page, let us write HTML. Okay, HTML is like this. If you are writing, this is a open tag, and again you will be writing closing the HTML. This is a closing tag. Next, we wrote the head and title. So whatever you want, these are like optional, but if you want, you can write. So this is like whatever basic example I'm just writing. So whatever you write in between open and close, it will be applied with that style. Now basic example is applied with the style what? Heading. Basic example is applied with what? Head tag. And next to what we saw? Title. So the title tag. So inside this title tag, I'm going to write the title of the page. So like the title of, if you want, you can give your own name also, Likita. I'm just writing and closing the title. Okay. And then next, whatever you want to display in the page, in the body, like in the browser center, that you have to be given in the body tag. Open the body tag and close the body tag like this. Clear? Open the body tag and close. So now see, everything you write between this open and closing body, it will be in your web page content body. Okay, head is separate, title is separate, body is separate. Okay, in the body of the page you are writing the content, whatever you want you can write. Without any tags also you can write, no problem. Okay, so here I just used the h1 h2 tags to show you, and you can use any tag. So whenever you are writing h2, that means it is called as, this is heading 2. Just I am writing for your understanding, open and close. So whenever you write this open and close, this text whatever you write, it is applied with the h2 style. It is applied with what? H2 style. And let us save this. How to save? Go to the file and click on save as. And when you click on save as, you have to choose the path location where you want to save. So I have already created HTML6. Here I am writing like basic 2, or we can write like heading dot html. We have to save with what? Dot html. Click on the save option, it is saved, right? How to run this? Go to that particular path and double click on the heading. Double click on what? Heading. So you can see this how it is displayed, basic example and heading 2. Clear everyone? I have just shown again the procedure of writing. Yes, we can. You can give what I wrote here. Lest, if you want to give the title before you wanted to give here, so there is some structure to be followed. See, the title has come here, Likita, and this is a heading basic example. This is heading 2. So how I wrote here, title tag before the head tag. After making modifications, you have to just click on save and again go back to the browser just to refresh. We got heading as basic example, title as Likita, and this is H2. Okay, Shrikant. Okay. So Hemant, are you speaking something? I couldn't hear you. Okay. So, any more questions regarding the course or whatever topics we discussed today? Is it clear everything? Ashwit, Ankita, Surya, everyone. Are you following? Okay. Pavan, Ranjit, Swarnalata, Srinivas, everyone. Is it clear, ma? Okay, good. So we have seen today about the what are the basic tags. I just revised the demo one session also, and we have seen about some basic tags of the HTML overall view. So tomorrow also don't miss the tomorrow session. I will tell how to download and install Visual Studio tomorrow and how to work with Visual Studio tomorrow. Okay, we can few days practice with Notepad, but I will just share you how to use the Visual Studio also, which is very much helpful for your real time applications. Okay, clear? So I request everyone to join tomorrow also by 9:15 on time. And if you have any doubts, I will be here by 9:05 logging in the session. Those who have any doubts, you can join before 5 to 10 minutes and ask me any doubts that you have from past two sessions, like yesterday's in the tomorrow session also. And those who missed the session, you can go through the recordings, okay, and then follow according to that. Okay. Okay, thank you for joining the session. If you have any doubts, please stay and ask me. Otherwise, you can end the session and join tomorrow.